Hi, I'm Nadja and I'm your Design Journey Art Class expert for creating with watercolors. The first watercolor product I want to show you are watercolor paints in tubes. STAEDTLER offers watercolor paints in 24 colors. I love them pretty much because it's such a good color range and they're highly pigmented and easy to mix. Watercolor paints are my favorite medium. You just need some of these tubes, a palette, 2 glasses of water, brushes and a towel and of course watercolor paper, and you're ready to go. So let me show you how to squeeze some of the paint into our palette. You don't need much, a little bit goes a long way. I would also recommend to swatch all of your colors. In this set there are 24 highly pigmented colors and they don't look the same on paper as you see them if they come straight out of the tube. So the best thing to do is to swatch them and maybe also to create this kind of mixing chart. So I swatched all of these colors in these lines and you can see, for example, if you mix this yellow with this blue, you get this kind of green. I love to mix colors and don't use them straight out of the tube because you can get so many beautiful shades. Now I show you how to get the watercolor on paper. First of all, I'm going to load my brush with water, of course. I'm using my size 8 round brush and I go into this color and dissolve the pigments. So it's always good to start with a light color. If you want to have a light color, then go in with much water and just bring it on the paper. Yes. And if you want to see the whole variety of this, or yes, range of this color, load your brush with water, then you go into or onto your palette and dissolve some of the pigments. You bring them on the paper with 1 or 2 heavy brush strokes. Then you wash your brush or rinse your brush and go in with water only and try to blend it so you can see how the color looks with a lot of water and with almost no water. This is the special one about watercolors, that you can get so many shades just from one color by adding water. Before you start with your watercolor paintings, it's always nice to do some kind of warm-up and get to know your brushes. For this exercise, let's load our brush with water and pigment and try different things. For example, if you just use your brush like a stamp and leave some marks. So you see, I only dab it on the page on my heavyweight watercolor paper and leave some marks, mark making. So the next thing you can do is to hold it very upright and just use the tip of your brush to create a thin line. And don't worry, they don't have to be straight. They can also be a little bit wonky. It's just to get to know your brush and your materials. If you hold your brush on a different angle, so very flat, you'll get a thick line, and you can also use different pressure on the brush. If you, for example, start with a light pressure, then you push your brush down with heavy pressure and go back to light pressure. You can create simple but beautiful shapes which are really basic for floral watercolor, for example. One thing you can also do is stippling, and yes, to try out different kinds of brushes. It's all about experimenting and trying things out. In the next tutorial, I show you the most essential techniques to paint with watercolors. Now you know everything about watercolor paints. So if you want to get started with watercolor painting, then check out my free art class at STAEDTLER.com.